Hello there, this is Jedi Master Daniel 96, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a book discussion on Star Wars Rebel Rising by Beth Revis, and if you're new here, please consider subscribing. And how this discussion will be structured is I'll go over certain things from the book and all that kind of stuff, like some basic things like the basic plot, like some moments and all that kind of stuff, and then my thoughts towards the end and all that. So let's dive in. So, Rebel Rising is a young adult book which is a tie-in to Rogue One, which focuses on Jyn Erso, and I've read this book before and recently revisited this for obvious reasons, which we know Andor Season 2 is going to be here in 2 weeks as of this video, and even though I doubt, Jyn's going to show up in Andor Season 2, which we know Jyn and Cassian haven't met at this point in time, but Saw Gerrera plays a part in this book, and also he's going to appear in Andor Season 2 as well, so you got that, and both of them are tie-ins to Rogue One, so you have that there too, and which we do get, Jyn and Saw's relationship in this book as well, so that's expanded upon here, and this takes place, between the opening of Rogue One and the rest of the movie, and we see more of Jyn at that point in time, and there's a bit where we do get inside Jyn's head with some thoughts, like there's this one question she asks herself, how her father Galen goes with the Empire after they killed her mother, and I thought that was a huge standout moment on how she asked that question about, her dad going with the Empire after her mom's death, so something to think about there. And then Jyn and Saw will go on a mission to Tamsai Prime, and then later on Saw will leave Jyn, which we know they part ways, which is established in Rogue One because they haven't seen each other at some point, like before they reunite on Jeddah, so little thing there. And then after that, Jyn will end up on the planet Skull and meet someone named Akshaya and Hatter, so that's a thing there. And we see later on Jyn will take on the alias Liana Halleck, which is from Rogue One as well, and with Jyn, taking on an alias, we know in Andor Season 1, Cassian takes on multiple aliases, so something to think about there, that Jyn and Cassian also have something in common with that, of taking on these fake names, so little thing there, thinking in the time we are now with, of the years we've had with these characters, and so that's that. And then another part in the book, you do get these kind of interludes in between where Jyn is at the Bonnie camp where she's taken from with the rebels before she goes to Yavin, so a little bit of that in here, so that kind of expands upon that. And then obviously Jyn gets arrested and taken to that camp, and then at the end we see Jyn on the rebel base on Yavin 4, which we see in Rogue One, and we kind of get inside her head there and that kind of stuff. And she's seen Mon Mothma and Bail Organa on the HoloNet and everything, which is established in here as well. So that's something there. And this book does a really good job at expanding on her character and, filling in the blanks. So this definitely is a must-read if you're a fan of Rogue One, if you love Andor as well, and just want more of that feel for Rogue One and all this stuff that comes with it. Definitely Rebel Rising is the book for you, and it's definitely a must-read. I know it's a young adult book, but it still, serves its purpose of, expanding upon Jyn's character and all that, and definitely would recommend it. And my rating is a 9.5 out of 10. And that does it for me in this video. Don't forget to like this video. Comment down below. Did you love this book? Not love this book? Were you indifferent? Let me know your thoughts down below. Follow me on Twitter at DanRCity7, Bluesky Jedi Master Daniel 96, Instagram JMD96_YT. And Facebook Jedi Master Daniel 96. May the Force be with you, and have a great day. Bye.